All right. So recording number two. Um, the first recording I did was around 18 minutes long, and I rewatched it, and the mic quality was terrible. So I got to redo the whole thing, and I don't mind it whatsoever because it brings awareness to this. But from the title, yes. As ridiculous as it sounds, I didn't find out about this or get diagnosed until after I turned 25. So about a little over a month into my 25th year of age, I was officially diagnosed with BPD. Now, I'm gonna do this a little bit quicker, hopefully. Um, what really caught my interest in finding out if I actually had this or not was coming across a video. Now, the channel or the person that made the channel or that posts videos, you get what I mean. Go by dissociated. Now they have dissociative identity disorder, and I say they because multiple personalities, that kind of thing. That's what it used to be called until it got turned into a dissociative identity disorder. But she did a video with her boyfriend. I believe they're dating. I think they say it in the video. It's been a while since I saw it, but the guy in the video suffers from BPD. They were going kind of like what they what he goes through, and it made me think to like do some research on it, and like everything that I was reading hit home so much because it's one of the hardest things to live with. Yes, apparently it gets better over time, but for me, like I'm I'm in the healing process at the moment. It's one of the most difficult things in the world because for one, all the emotions that a lot of people feel, they can just be like, they can connect that emotion and be like, okay, I should not be doing this. This should not affect me this way. And I'm just going to move on with my life. Not for me. Not for me whatsoever. For example, feeling of sadness. It's like my whole body is aching of that emotion. I can't do anything whatsoever. And like, I feel like I just want to die, or I'm like dying inside, that kind of thing. With anger, just like think every single emotion escalated times 10 to the point to where like your body can't physically do anything, or with the anger, you just want to lash out and beat someone to death. That's how bad it gets. And sometimes I let it take control. I like I've punched holes in my wall because I literally can't control it. Can't control it whatsoever. And it's the scariest thing in the world. When it comes to wanting help, I have the biggest heart in the world. Well, and like I don't want to say that because it makes me sound egotistical or whatever, but you know what? I don't care. I want to literally help everyone, no matter what. I see somebody in pain. I see somebody going through the hardest time of their life, and I want to put all of my energy, all of my focus on that singular person. But when it comes to me asking for help, I don't want to because I feel like a literal burden on their life. I can't reach out to somebody without feeling like they they feel like how do I explain this? That I'm asking too much of them and I don't want that whatsoever. So I get scared. I don't do it. I don't ask and then I literally hate myself for it. That hate turns into depression and that depression makes me want to sleep and not get up, not eat, not do anything. And then when it comes to emotions, I can go from feeling so upset, super upset, to instantly feeling really happy, and then going from happy to sadness, just like cycling through the emotions, but not in like a day span, in 20 minutes, over and over again, throughout the whole entire day. Like, it's wild. Makes your body tired. Well, it makes my body tired. I can't speak for everybody, but like, it's the worst. I can just say that. And then when it comes to like being stuck in my mind, it's wild. I can go a full work day, like 7.5 hour shift or an 8 hour shift, depending on the day. Like just stuck in my mind. I'll like be in be in my mind. I'll be at my house, and I'll have like a 4 or 5 hour argument with my mom. We can be throwing stuff at each other. We can be doing all this kind of stuff. And the thing is, it doesn't happen. It's not real. It's in my head. I'll come home after like getting so pissed off about what just happened that like I'll come home and I'll get asked what I want for dinner, how was my day, and it completely throws me off because my brain makes me feel like it's completely real, like completely to the point where it takes control of my body. It's the worst when it comes to nighttime because another thing is I feel completely empty, completely hollow all the time, no matter what. I can fill myself up with as much food as I can possibly take in, but it doesn't give me the satisfaction I'm craving. Like, I never feel full, really. Like, well, right now I am just because I'm on meds and it, like, controls it a little bit more, which I'm so thankful of. Oh my goodness. The meds that I'm on completely changed my life. But I've rearranged my room like over 100 times. Impulsivity plays a huge part into it. I'll want like one night, it doesn't matter. A lot of people will call it spontaneous, but I guess it's spontaneous, but multiplied by 100 to the point where like I'll be sitting at my desk with like my setup right here, and then 1 minute I'm just like, you know what? I think it would look better this way, and then my mind tells me to like get it done. I'll randomly get up and switch it. I've done it so many times. It's bad. I've had my setup put in every single corner of this room, every single nook and cranny that I can possibly think of, and I still feel like I should move it around, no matter how much, no, like no matter what. I don't even want to get started into the spending, the money going on spending sprees, shopping sprees. It literally happened to me yesterday. Like I couldn't control it. It was just a want, and then like as my psychiatrist says, the hyper focus. I was so focused on getting a new graphics card that like I put it on a payment plan because Best Buy actually puts it through that, which is odd. But I went from a 1080 to an RTX 2070, and I'm doing payments on it just because of the impulse on it, and I couldn't control it. I'm extremely happy with it. Not really happy that I spent the money on it, but I mean, I wouldn't change it. I'm happy with it. It makes the games that I play feel so much better. And you know what? Oh well. But it's every single day. My huge thing is the spending, the shopping spree. It's ridiculous. Now I don't like going and shopping for stuff, but when it comes to like technology and stuff, I just can't get enough of it. Another huge thing when it comes to this is like I never really know who I am. One moment I can feel like an 8-year-old kid or whatever, like back when I was a kid or something, randomly thinking of like coloring, randomly thinking of like needing school supplies or something, getting excited to go back to elementary school. Like I'm 25 and I'll feel like I'm about to go into class in an elementary school setting. Just like it's wild. Then I'll randomly like feel like a teenage girl worrying about what the next like crop top I'm gonna get, what the next swimsuit I'm gonna get. Um, I constantly hear the word David or whatever going through my head, with like, I wonder if this David person is gonna like take me in. Wonder if like I'm gonna be, what is it like? Shoot, approachable or something. Like I literally give two fucks about this stuff, but it's just like the emotion and like that feeling with that identity, which is like one of the things like with the BPD is like the false sense of identification between oneself. Like I feel I have like 4 or 5 different alter egos or like identities that all range different people, different emotions, like different feelings. Well, you get the drift. I don't think I need to explain it much more. But it made me like it's getting a little bit better because of the meds, but feeling lost completely, it's not fun. Not fun at all. Oh, it's hard. Like right now doing this kind of video, it's really difficult even though I recorded an 18-minute video recently. Before this, before the audio was all fucked. But yeah, that's oh wow. Like let's see here. Oh, missed one very very important one. Attachment has ruined so many relationships of mine. I can literally I can't have a relationship. Well, I can, but it's very 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 difficult because the smallest thing makes me it gets me attached so quickly to the point where like it's so unhealthy. Like I have so many passions, so many hobbies, interests, all that kind of stuff. Even family. I'll put everything to the side just to focus on this one person to the point where it feels like they feel I'm smothering them, then they want to get away, which also leads into abandonment because whenever that happens, I just feel like everybody wants to leave me no matter what. Constantly feeling like I'm going to be abandoned. It's it's just what it is. It's hard. It's hard to go through. That's why I kind of stay away from relationships because the one that I had previously, I think like it ended February or something. I think this year, and it was one of the most difficult breakups I had to get over. One of the most difficult. It hurt so bad. It was like a knife going through my heart, twisting around and coming back out. Couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. The whole cycle of my emotions was constantly going over and over and over again. I don't know if I mentioned about the emotion process of being happy, sad, depressed, etc. All the emotions in like 20 minutes over and over again. That's how it was. It's wild. It's crazy. And I think I mentioned about the person that does the channel dissociated about that feeling completely empty inside, hollow. I think there's a few more that are like in the symptom chart of BPD, but I just can't think of it right now because amnesia. Um, I don't know if I mentioned the um driving home from work being about 15 minutes away from home and I guess waking up, being at my desk with McDonald's in front of me, not realizing what I did or not having any memory of it. It's scary. It's really scary. But I think I covered this a little bit faster than the other video. I before I end it, I hope that if you think you might have something that I'm like kind of going over at the moment, because I didn't want to just like rush this video out. I've been spending a little bit more time kind of like jotting stuff down as I go, making sure the video is a little bit more comprehensible. Because before I used to just throw videos out without like, well, all willy nilly, but I don't need to do that. I want to put thought into this one. Hopefully, somebody can connect to this. I don't know who's gonna watch this. But if it makes you feel more comfortable knowing that there's somebody out there like me that speaks up about it after being diagnosed with it fully, because I was misdiagnosed with bipolar disorder 7 or 8 years ago. Went that whole time with wrong meds, completely fucked me up. Constantly getting told that I'm crazy, all this kind of stuff that you can think of, every name under the sun. I told my mom before going to the psychiatrist, and she wanted to get me hospitalized because she was scared and worried about it. It's been rough. It's been very very rough, but I'm on meds now. I can think more clearly finally. I'm not constantly in my head as much. it does get better to a sense, but I'm still healing. I'm not fully there yet, but hopefully this connected to somebody. If it did, I'm glad. If not, there's a psychiatrist out there waiting to talk. I've done a few counselors that weren't that much of a help, so I felt lonely, not really knowing who to reach out to. But if you're scared about taking the step or wanting to get help, don't be scared. Go ahead and do it. It will make your life a lot easier. A lot easier. That's coming from somebody that 25 years didn't really know what it was until now. But I'm going to end the video now before it gets too long again. And yeah, if you have any video ideas that you want me to do in the future, go ahead and leave them down in the description. The description. Good lord, I can't talk. Or if you just want to like know more, that I'll try to answer as many as possible. But hopefully this helps somebody. That's my main goal. But I will catch you guys later. Peace.